few years back, Motorola redefined the mid-range smartphone with the wildly successful Moto G. It had decent specs at an incredible price. But this year, Honor is hoping to dethrone Motorola with its own budget-friendly mid-range smartphone. I'm Nick Gray from HDblog, and this is our review of the Honor 5X. If you want a cheap phone, you no longer have to settle for one that's bad. The Honor 5X carries a price tag of $200 in the US and €250 on the east side of the Atlantic. There are plenty of devices within that price range, but this may be the first one that's worth buying. The main things that set it apart from the competition are its aluminum body, fingerprint sensor, and a 5.5-inch 1080p display. It's powered by a Snapdragon 615 and 616 processor with 2 gigs of RAM and a respectable 16 gigs of internal storage. You even get dual SIM card support and a microSD card slot, which allows you to expand the phone's storage up to 128 gigabytes. It's clear that the Honor 5X is here to make a statement. The design of the phone is pretty good when you consider that most devices with an aluminum case cost at least double. But we're not completely enamored with the phone's build quality. The plastic inserts on the back aren't fully flush with the metal body, and we've noticed creaking in the body from time to time. The chamfered edge around the phone's fingerprint sensor shows that Honor's design team knows what they're doing. But then you flip the phone over and you're treated to a gaudy cutout on the phone's built-in screen protector, which cheapens up the overall feel of the 5X. Despite the 5.5-inch large display, the device isn't too overbearing. It feels nice in the hand and fits comfortably in your pocket, and the display really pops. The 1080p LCD panel used on the phone is incredibly bright, even in direct sunlight. And extreme viewing angles don't do much to detract from the phone's display quality. By default, the display's temperature is a little cool, but that's a setting that can easily be tweaked if it's something that bothers you. And since we're talking about tweaking, the Honor 5X's EMUI skin, which sits on top of Android 5.1.1, offers its users quite a few options to customize their phone's UI, just as long as you don't want an app drawer. You can customize the home screen with a handful of themes, transition animations, and even add a custom button at the bottom of the navigation bar that will pull up the notification panel. The most enjoyable tweak that we've seen is the ability to jump back to the last app you were using simply by holding down the multitasking key. If you're looking for a fast phone, the Honor 5X probably isn't for you. The Snapdragon processor and 2 gigs of RAM produce appalling benchmark scores by today's standards, but the phone actually fares pretty good when used for casual gaming. You'll definitely have no issue playing games like Horizon's Chase, Alto's Adventure, and Lara Croft Go, but expect long load times and even laggy gameplay on titles like Asphalt 8. This poor performance was also spotted in regular day-to-day use. The phone would often slow down to a crawl for no reason at all. We're hoping Honor's software team is aware of the issue and is working on an update which will optimize EMUI a little bit more for the phone's hardware. Mid-range smartphones aren't often known for taking good pictures. That being said, we were delighted with the quality of what the Honor 5X's 13 megapixel main camera and 5 megapixel selfie cam can do. The app itself is fast and intuitive, allowing you to easily snap a picture or choose between a variety of preset options. Image quality is pretty great when compared to other devices within the same price range. You do get a little bit of noise in all the images captured by the phone, but you'll never notice this unless you actually zoom in all the way. Color accuracy and exposure are also typically on point. If you're capturing low light shots, be prepared to snap a few pictures before you get a passable, blur-free shot. The trademark of most mid-range smartphones is mediocre battery life. That's not the case with the 5X. With a 3000 mAh cell, this phone can easily make it through a full day even under heavy use. And if you're not constantly checking Twitter, Facebook, or managing multiple Gmail accounts during the day, this thing can easily give you 1.5 days with 4 to 5 hours of screen on time. The only real downside is that the Honor 5X doesn't have quick charge capabilities. If you run the battery completely down, it can take up to 4.5 hours to get back to a full charge. We decided to save the Honor 5X's best feature for last, its fingerprint sensor. We're looking at the same rear-mounted sensor that's been used on the Nexus 6P and the Huawei Mate 8. It can be used to unlock the phone in half a second, but it also can recognize a handful of gestures. A long press on the sensor will return you to the home screen, silence an alarm, or answer a phone call. You can even use it to trigger the shutter on the camera, immensely convenient for selfies or even one-handed camera use. The notification panel can be opened with a swipe down, and you get quick access to your most recent apps with a simple swipe up. This phone's design, camera quality, and overall performance won't compete with flagship devices, but it'll definitely go head-to-head with other smartphones, especially in the $400 range. If you're looking for a budget-friendly device or simply want something for a first-time smartphone user, the Honor 5X is definitely the way to go. We'd even venture to say that it's the must-have budget-friendly device of early 2016. Thank you so much for watching our review of the Honor 5X. If you like what you saw, please give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more videos from us as soon as they're online.